Okay. Hello and welcome to the live stream. I have one person live with me. Hello everyone. I can see 3 people already joined the live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. Can I know where you're watching from? Obviously, no. I'm here in Nigeria, so yeah. I would love to know where you're watching from. Let's know where you're watching from. We have 2 people on this live stream. We'll give it another 2 to 3 minutes and see if we'll have some more people join the live stream, then we can start. I hope that's all right. Not to keep you waiting. Thank you so much again for joining the live stream. I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're doing well. Let me know if you're here. If you can type your name. Type your name in the comment section and just say hello, hello. Today's live stream will be basically updates of my stay here in Lagos, Nigeria. It's been one interesting 1 year of my life. Hello, Cherries World. Hello, Akilo Kunle. How are you all doing? I guess I will just start. I don't want to keep anybody waiting. Whoever that is joining afterward, we just pick up from where they meet us. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Just hit me with any questions you have. I know you're dying to ask me so many questions. Yeah. Hit me with any questions you have. Meanwhile, I've got some questions already. I posted on the community page asking for people to, ask me some questions, whatever question that they would like to ask. And I had some people asking already. If I will go through that, maybe start by answering the questions. I'm trying to bring up the questions. How are you, Kunle? Where are you watching from? Cherries World, where are you watching from? And X-Trolling, Dave, yeah. Dave, welcome to the live stream. Where are you all watching from? I'm just eager to know. What has been your 3 biggest challenge to relocate? That's very easy. My 3 biggest challenge would be, first of all, the lights, electricity. Second challenge is the weather. I'm so sorry I'm saying this, but yeah, the weather. The third challenge, I would say, is the cultural change, if that makes sense. Cherry's World is watching from Germany. Yeah, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, the first one was I mentioned the weather, that's the heat, and the last one I would say, I'm just saying this on top of my head. If I remember any other thing, I need to add to it. But these 3 things for now are my biggest challenge so far. The electricity. If you're a Nigerian, you would know. Kunle, you're watching from the UK, and Dave is watching from Wisconsin. I hope I pronounced that well. Pardon me if I don't pronounce that. If I've butchered that name, just pardon me. So, like I was saying, um, yeah, the light issue is one big challenge I face here. Coming from a country where the light is there like 247, you don't even think about it. You just carry on with your day like it's nothing. So, but getting here, even though you have money to for your generator, at the moment it's hitting hard on everybody, the rich and the poor. A liter of fuel is almost 600 naira. Play piano. That's Akintola. Thank you so much for watching from England. And Tosin, good to have you here. You're watching from Finland. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I'm really so glad to have you on here. So, someone was asking about the challenges, three challenges I'm facing here in Nigeria. The first one we said was the light issue. The second one is cultural changes. How do I explain this? I'm used to the system. I'm used to the culture before I left Nigeria. Don't get me wrong. It's not that bad, but it's just coming down to facing it head on and seeing people behave the way they do. Nigerians were loud. Same here. I am loud. But sometimes the way they do things. For instance, let me give you an instance. For me now, anywhere I go, I get people call me Ma. Yes, Ma. Mama. I think it has nothing to do with the age. I don't want to think it has anything to do with the age. I don't know how to explain that. It's strange for me because living in the UK, you get people say hello or make eye contact to you or give you a quick smile, and you can start up a conversation. No matter how old or how young you are, you just, you get along well with everyone. But here, I'm really finding it difficult to adjust. For now, I think I'm doing well. I don't get all edgy when somebody calls me Ma or Mama or Madam. Yeah, so that's one thing I won't say I'm struggling with it, but it's just getting used to it. Yeah. And the last one, I think I've answered everything. Electricity, cultural change, and then the heat. Yeah, the heat. Oh my goodness. It is good, but this year, last year was I don't know. Last year was hot, but I think this year is actually hotter. It's hotter in the sense that anywhere I go with my handkerchief. Like in the house, AC has to be on. In the car, the same thing. If you're going out, you're sweating. And the funniest part is, I am the only person. Myself and my family will be the only people sweating. Like it's so embarrassing sometimes. Yeah, and everywhere is just hot. I think it has to do with the climate change anyway. But yeah, I'm really struggling with it. Even as we speak, the AC is on, the fan is on. That's how bad it is. So yeah, I hope I've answered that question. The question. Somebody was asking me on the. Let me bring up that question. Someone asked me on the community page. I think I would do justice to it by actually reading the question exactly how it was asked. So the first question from the community page is from Dami Ogene. Is Dami Ogene here? I don't know. No, Dami, you're not here. But anyway, this question is from Dami. Dami is asking, what company did I use to ship furniture from the UK to Lagos? And how are you children adjusting socially to making friends, picking up hobbies, etc.? Lastly, how were you able to adjust to picking the right schools for the children? Yeah. So now I'm trying to read this according to how she did it. So having to now pay for school fees, but in England, school fees is free. School is free. Thank you for taking your time to read this. I'm thinking of moving back home in the next few years. The company I used, obviously the shipping company. I went through so many companies before finally decided to use that one. It was a big, I don't want to say risk, but it was a big thing for me to do, in the sense that I was basically carrying my life, everything, in that container down to Nigeria. Remember, the visit was supposed to be for 1 year, and yeah, I'm still here. I will share the contact of the company with you. I'll leave it in the comment section for you. It's quite expensive. I think it has to do with the amount of what you're moving. For me, I moved two sets of sofas, and if you've watched the video, you see that I really moved a lot of stuff. And what we moved basically was up to, I hope I'm right, 40 feet container. Yeah, so it's quite big. So, and the exchange rate was not as high as it is now. Then the price was in the thousands of pounds. So I won't tell you the exact price because I don't know now. I think it will be obviously higher than what it was before. But I will happily give you the contact of the company I use. With regards to the children's school, I think I mentioned this in one of my videos. Thank you so much. Keeping up with the Griffins. Yeah, I am doing so well. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, with regards to the children's school, whilst we are in England, we started searching for schools. We asked friends and families, we Googled, we're in search of the schools right from when we were in England. And we finally shortlisted about three or four schools that we liked. And we contacted them and had talks with them. They did virtual school tour, and we had interviews with the head teachers and the principal for my two that were in secondary school. And finally, when we got here in Nigeria, we went to visit the school. Hello, somebody's joining us again. Who is this person? Tosin, is it? No, not Tosin. I'm trying to get the name. I don't want to miss out anybody. So yeah, as I was saying before, with regards to the children's school, so finally when we got to Nigeria, we actually visited the schools one by one. To my greatest surprise, Nigerian school system is more like a business for the private sector. As long as you have, what I've noticed is people have money, they come across, like they get the money, they look for a magnificent building, they build it, and yeah, they call it international school. But when you get into it and start asking questions, the way they sell themselves doesn't really, like, I wasn't buying it. Some of them, not all of them, some of them are not really what they claim to be. They claim to be international schools, but they're not really international schools. That is one thing that you have to watch out for, especially if you're coming from, the other side of the world. The way they teach, the school system there is quite different. So, but we finally found one that was good enough for the children to go. With regards to school fees, we have no choice. We have to pay school fees, which is so different from what we would have in England. We are paying the school fees. If I want to calculate it in pounds, it's not that much for what you pay in a year, but as per Nigerian standard, it's quite high. So it's something you have to factor in if you are coming down with the children and you want the children to go to a private school. You have to really think of that. It doesn't come cheap for a good private school here in Nigeria. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're just coming into the live stream, I have a new person joining. Well, I can't seem to find their names on here. Thank you, Dave. You're still here. Cherry's World is still here. Kunle is still here. Akintola is still here. Tosin, thank you for still being here and keeping up with the griffins. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. I'll be reading the next question from the community page now. I hope I answered that question, but if you need more information or more detail, please type in the comment section and I will pick it up and answer you. The next question is from Cherry's World. Yeah, Cherry's World is here, so I'll go straight into it. My only concern is the children's school. Please, how good is your children's school and how much do you pay per term? My children's school, I would say it is amongst the best in the area. When it comes to Lagos, we have the mainland and we have the island. There are some parts of mainland that are like highbrow. That's just the way it is here. And on the island, they sell themselves as they are high, like up there. So the schools there are quite expensive. My children's schools, the school is really good. The school fees, it's reasonable for the price, for like the quality, the standard of education that you get there. They use the British curriculum. So it will be easier. It will be easy for like my children that were born over in England to adapt to how they teach there, which at the end of the day is still not the same, but I think it's better than most of the ones that we checked out earlier. So yeah, the school fees is reasonable, but it's one of those costs that you have to bear because normally you don't pay school fees whilst in England. Cherry, I hope I've answered your question. If you've got any other question, please hit me with them. And Ada Onyocha, wow, this one said, how are you coping in Nigeria? Do you have plans to relocating back to UK? I came back to Nigeria since 2021. Right now, I am done. I can't cope anymore. And that was the worst mistake, relocating to the East. Yeah. For now, there's no plan to relocate to the UK just because I think we are settled here. The children are fine. They are doing well in school. Their report last year was fantastic, even though they were, new into the system. My children are fine. I am fine. I get to see my family whenever I want to. It's not really affecting my anything back in England. For now, all the plans we're actually making is basically working towards staying here in Nigeria. I'm so sorry you're not finding it easy here. When it comes to Nigeria, the system here is how do I put it? It's tough. It's tough out here. But I think because for me, I was coming back every now and again before we finally made this move. Myself and my family, we come back every 2 years since I left the UK to join my husband. We come back to Nigeria like roughly every 2 years until COVID happened. And we didn't come until last year. So I'm really sorry you went through this horrible experience here in Nigeria. I know there will be so many factors that would make you feel this way. I don't know if it's from family, I don't know if it's from friends, I don't know if it's from your business or everything put together. I don't know exactly how, like where it went wrong. But like I would always say, these things, it depends on your circumstance and yeah, the way things are. By the grace of God, I'm fine, not 100%, but yeah. But it's not enough for me to say I'm running back to England for now. So I'm coping well. I think psychologically, I think I was done somehow. I was done. Not like done, if you know what I mean. I was feeling homesick and I wanted to come to Nigeria. My children wanted to come to Nigeria. So like already, initially it was supposed to be 1 year, but we are still here. So yeah. If I was going to change my mind, earlier this year, January, I traveled back to the UK, which most of you know. I traveled back after Christmas in January and I stayed till May. Yeah, we have a business there, so I had to go back to make sure everything is fine and to see, just to make sure everything is fine. Yeah, I went there. If I was going to change my mind, that was when I would have done the the changing of mind. But when I went there, it was still the good old England. Everything is nice and everywhere clean. It's fine. It was lovely. So if I was going to change my mind, I would have done that when I went back to England. So for now, I'm still here. It means with all the craziness, all the chaos that Nigeria has to offer, we are able to still, manage and stay strong and just carry on with our lives. And another thing is my family, having my family around mentally did so, is doing me so well because I've been away for quite some time, although I come back every now and again, but it got to a point where, yeah, that was it. I think for me, I needed to come to Nigeria, and maybe that too is helping in a way to make me want to stay more. I get to see my mom. My mom was here 2 weeks ago. My sister was here last month, and I'm going to see them again next month for Christmas. So you can imagine. My brother is there in England, so yeah, I'm happy that if I want to go to England, I can, go to England whenever I want to. I'm happy that I'm able to do that. But for now, it's not a bad thing to stay in your father's country, your motherland. It's not a bad thing. So I don't want to make it look as if Nigeria is like a no-go area. So yeah, those are the three questions from Cherry. I keep saying Cherry. Sherry's World, Ada Onyocha, and Dami Lola. Those are the three questions. I don't know if you've got any other question. If not, um, we will just go straight into something I have in mind to discuss with you guys. Do you have any other question? Dave, I hope I answered your question. I hope I answered it well. Thank you so much from Sherry, Kule, Akintola, Tosin, and who else? Yeah. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Do we have any more questions? Yeah. Okay. So I was talking about the challenges earlier. I went to, I don't know if you've watched that video. I went to Tochi Esther. She does her videos are mainly about immigration from Africa, immigration from Nigeria to the UK mainly. I was with her, I think last month. Yeah, we had an interview. She was actually interviewing me for her channel, just to get an update of my stay here in Nigeria so far for the past 1 year. I noticed on her channel, most people were like, happy and feeling inspired and motivated to want to take the same move. But some other people were not very impressed, or would I say disappointed, or not keen in staying here in Nigeria. Everybody wants to Japan, which, to be honest, I do understand. The state of the country as we speak is not funny at all. It's not funny. I understand that aspect of people wanting to Japan, but at the same time, we need to understand that I am not just coming back. I didn't just go like stay for 1 year and come back to Nigeria. I've been there for years, like years. My husband is 20 plus years. So if you're counting to know when it's time to come back, I think it's that time for us So I need people to understand that it's not just a decision you make out of whim, like you just okay, that's it, I'm leaving. No, it's based on your circumstance, like what you're doing. For me, my having my business was a big part. It really played a big part for me to make the decision to come back to Nigeria. Yeah. So I need you to understand that we're all different, and our life struggle is different. So, do anybody have any questions about business or relocating to the UK or down here in Nigeria? If you have any question regarding that, I would love to answer your question. If not, yeah, someone is typing. Okay, what's the question? Oh, thank you so much, Dave. What is the security like in Lagos? To be honest, Lagos is still that same Lagos you know. Lagos has not changed, if you ask me. There are some parts in Lagos that if you are going to, you just know naturally as a Nigerian, you know to respect yourself and hold yourself tight. There are some places that you go to, you'll be more relaxed. That's just the way it is here. The security, we still hear the same story, but I would say when it comes to kidnapping, since the government put that law years ago, I think it really reduced the rate of kidnapping in the country. It has really reduced. I hardly hear about it, except I think 2 months ago we had these issues here and there in the east. Yeah, so it's still the same. It's still the same, honestly. It's still the same. Not for me personally. Nothing has changed. You still they still do their pickpockets. People still, it's still the same thing. If you lived in Lagos before, expect the same thing when you come. But the good thing is that the roads are better now. Like where I live, since we came back, they've been repairing the roads. It was really bad with regards to the traffic, but because of the construction of the road now, which is like 70% done, it has eased the traffic. So with regards to that, I think that helped with the rates of crime that would have happened if we had them hold up and yeah. Do we have any other question? I was expecting question regarding business and all. Okay, Sherry's World is asking, we are relocating next year after 24 years by God's grace. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is me thinking I've stayed for like forever in England, and you've stayed 24 years. Well done, you. Yeah. The only thing I would say is, if possible, if one of you can, maybe the hobby can come down, or you can come down, or just come and see how it is before you actually make the plunge, like go into it. But yeah, it is a good one. It is a good one if you finally made up your mind. It's not an easy decision to make, but if you finally made up your mind, that's fine. After all, Nigeria is your country. You were born here. I keep saying to people, if you live abroad and you know that at some point you will retire in Nigeria, the earlier you start thinking about it, the earlier you start planning towards it, the better for you. If you leave it to when you are old, 50, 60, 65 years old, things might not be the way, obviously things will actually not be the way they were before. So it's better to start the planning. Mine just happened. I was supposed to stay for 1 year, but I'm still here. So mine just happened to happen, like it happened now. I'm not old, like like when they say old people, I'm not that old, but I'm here. So it depends on how it works for you. We visit often. Our kids can't wait to leave Nigeria. Yeah, I know that feeling. The kids will love it. Mine, they do love it. So yeah. So thank you so much for coming. I would say thank you to all of you for joining me here today. I don't want to take so much of your time because it's quite late. Oh, Jessica, we have a new person join. Jessica, thank you so much for joining the live stream. Jessica is asking, I'm thinking of relocating to Nigeria next year with my daughter of 6 years, but I feel bad that I am taking her to Nigeria. But the truth is, I am tired. I have been there for almost 20 years. Why are you feeling bad? Like, why are you feeling bad? You're in England. You can't, I don't have to explain to you what is happening there. You know the situation of things there. At the end of the day, I know you can't compare it to the situation of things here in Nigeria, but at the same time, you need to think about your mental health. How long do you want to keep doing the same thing? Like, yeah, so don't feel bad, my dear. We have intelligent children here going to school. All of us did not go to private schools. We didn't go to British and American schools like our children and my children are doing now. I went to a mixture of public and private school. Look at me, I'm here. I'm doing well for myself. So uh, don't say you're feeling bad. I know the feeling though, but don't feel bad. It will be fine. It will be fine as long as you make the necessary planning. And yeah, it's not something you do in a hurry. You have to plan. My coming back to Nigeria was not just out of nowhere. It was, planned. So you have to do that to make sure, like, to make sure your stay here is a good one. Sherry's word: we relocated 2020. We relocated 2012 to Nigeria. After 2 years, we came back to Germany. So you already know. So that's it, really. Yeah. Nigeria of 2012. Yeah, and now different is much. If we talk about the exchange rates, is high now. But trust me, if you've lived abroad for that long, at some point you would think about you know coming back to Nigeria, because I said this before. If at the end of the day you know you're going to retire here in Nigeria, you have to start working towards it. Give yourself a target. Maybe challenge yourself for 6 months, see how far you go, or 1 year, see how far you go with that before you finally say, okay, yeah. If we had stayed here for 6 months to 1 year and we didn't like it, trust me, we'll be heading back to England, because I don't actually have to stay here when I know I will have it better over there. So, yeah, it worked for me though, or it's working for me as we speak. Um, Everybody is different. Our circumstance is different. Yeah, so you just work with what you have and see how far you go with that. Jessica, I hope I've been able to make you not feel bad for bringing your daughter to the motherland. Yeah, people are coming back en masse. I get emails like I get regular emails of people asking me like, how did I do this? How did I go about the logistics and savings and planning? I get people asking me such questions like every time. So it might not be over the news like the Japa syndrome, but people are actually coming back. People are coming back. But one thing you have to realize is the set of people going now, they are leaving because of one reason or the other. But the set of people coming back to Nigeria are people that have stayed for a very long time. Some of them have businesses like myself. Some of them have worked for years, they've saved up, or some of them are just tired. They want to come back. They want to come back to the motherland. So we've all got our reasons for wanting to take this move. So yeah. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Thank you so much, Jessica, for joining. And where are you watching from? Where are you watching me from? Dave, you're still here. Thank you so much for hanging on. Kunle is still here. Sherry, of course, is still here. Um, Jessica still here. Akintola is still here. Yeah. All right. Jessica, I hope I've been able to answer your question. Yeah, you're so welcome. Yeah, your daughter would love it. She will love it. Do we have any other question? Sherry's World, I have 5 kids. Oh my goodness, this is me thinking I've got battalion. Battalion of children. I've got 4 and you've got 5. Jessica, please move if you want to. Nigeria is not that bad. Thank you, Sherry. Help me tell Jessica. I think Jessica, she's fine. It's just her daughter. She's worried about her daughter, but we'll be all right. She'll be fine. Sherry's what? Your 5 children. You've been to Nigeria before, like you've stayed here for some time and you left. So you know what to expect. Jessica said, each time I watch your video with your kids, gives me hope. Oh, thank you so much, Jessica. You're watching from Manchester. Yeah, it does. I'm really happy and I'm really so proud of those children. They make this whole thing easier because trust me, we can actually come back here to Nigeria and they don't like it and they fall ill or they change or it affects their behavior and everything, but it didn't. What they just want to do is to, they want us to travel to other countries or even visit England or travel, go on vacation. That's the conversation now. So, yeah, I'm happy I've been able to give you hope, inspire you to want to do the same. Like I said before, give it a good plan. You can email me for contact of, the logistic people I use and any question that you have that you think you can ask me here. Email me later. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Info Africa. Africa is the future. Tell them. You said it already. Nigeria is not that bad. It's all about planning, organizing, and understanding the environment. Most importantly, is security conscious. You've said it already. Info Africa 247. You said it, so that's just it. Trust me, like I said before, Nigeria, if you were born here and you left Nigeria as an adult, it's still the same thing. The challenges are still the same. After 15 years of living in Nigeria, I'm still talking about Nepal lights, talking about bad road if you're traveling. Yeah, it's still the same. Security conscious, like I always say, depends on the environment. Even in England, there are some places that the crime rates are really high to compare to the other place. The situation of the economies, I think, is almost all the parts of the world now. Things are expensive, commodities are expensive, the interest rates on houses are high, the mortgages, everything is high. In England now, you will have a house and want to sell the house. It's very difficult to sell your house now because people are scared of, the fluctuation of the interest rates. If you look at things in the bigger picture, it's not all rosy there in the Western world as we speak. So Nigeria it is what it is in Nigeria. Just like Info Africa said, you plan yourself and just know the environment. And one thing with Nigeria is if you're coming, you're not coming to save us or save the country. Most times it's easier to just come in and adapt. You're not coming to change the system to an extent. I said that in quotes. Most times it's easier and better to just adapt with what is already on ground and try to see how you can improve it. Not necessarily changing it because things happen here for a reason because of the Nigerian factor, if you get what I mean. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. Info Africa. Jessica, thank you so much from Manchester. Dave from, please don't be annoyed with this name, the way I pronounce this name. Winscosin? I hope I pronounced that well. Then Akintola, thank you so much for joining me from England. Sherry's word from England, sorry, from Germany. And X-trolling is Dave. Do we have any other question? No. No. Should we continue the live or should we end it here if there's no more question? I don't want to talk about what you're not interested in. I had something to talk about earlier, but I wanted you to ask me. I want to give you the opportunity to ask me those burning questions that you've always wanted to ask me. This is the opportunity to ask me. So, but I don't want to talk about things that you're not interested in. If you get what I mean. So, should we continue? We have one more person join us now. I'm trying to look for the name. No. So are we going on? Are we doing this? Yeah. Are we doing this? I've answered this one. What has been your three biggest challenge? I've answered it from Dave. Kule, you're quiet. I've not heard anything from you. Or you just want to watch us and just listen. Okay. And Info Africa 247. Yeah, I love your take on this. You just summarized everything that we're saying here already. Yeah. Summarize everything I've been saying here already. Info Africa, where are you watching from? Where are you watching us from? Or watching me from? I'm talking about the kind of videos I'm putting out. I don't know if you've noticed on the channel, I'm going more into the real estate and property management kind of content. I made the announcement from Abuja. Okay, you're here with us, so you know every, so I don't need to talk too much. Yeah, so my content, my videos lately are, heading towards the real estate and property management kind of video. At the moment, that is what I have, myself and my husband have started to venture into whilst we are here in Nigeria. And with real estate, you can never go wrong with real estate. As it is, you can never go wrong with real estate. So when it comes to property management, we help Nigerians in diaspora. The focus is on the Nigerians in the diaspora. For those of you that have properties here in Nigeria, I know how difficult that can be when it comes to managing tenants, making sure everything is going well. Sometimes we leave these things to families and friends, but you know how the story ends all the time, most times. How it ends. So that is where we come in. We help to make sure that we screen the tenant that comes to live there. With our technology, we show you in real time what is happening. If it comes to house viewing, virtual tours, we do that. And communication is quite open. And I feel like because I've lived in England for quite some time, I have experience I would like to bring in to the motherland to see how far I can go with that. So for now, you're in the diaspora and you have a property in portfolio and you're looking for someone or a company to help with the management, including Airbnbs. In Nigeria, here we call it short stay. I mean, short lets. So if you have investment in that, we are here to help you manage it whilst you're there. Just be rest assured that everything will be taken care of. And yeah, we pride ourselves in the trust, reliability, and transparency. So I know the struggles. I'm looking for how to improve it and make it better. That is why we're doing this. So, investment in Nigeria, in particular, it will not be a bad one if you're looking to relocate at some point. If you're looking to retire at some point, it's better to start doing it now. Yeah. I don't know if you're watching me and you're looking to Japa. I think my audience are more of people that are looking to come back to Nigeria. I wanted to talk about which I will do subsequently on my videos uploads later. Um, if you're looking to travel to the UK, um, you should be able to, if you want, if you have any question on how to navigate the system there, on how to set up your business like I did, on how to set up business for yourself instead of working. I'm not saying working is not like, working and getting paid at the end of the month is not good, but the freedom that comes with having your own business, I can't tell you, I can't actually explain. I don't know if I would do any justice to my explanation to that. So if you're looking to travel out and you're looking at some point to have a business, which I would advise you to do, I've got some business ideas and opportunities I would like to share for you. I will share with you if you are interested. But like I said before, the majority of my audience are people looking to come back to the motherland, and that is where the investment comes in. So watch out for my videos. I'll be showing you more of the properties that we're working on. And again, if you have a landed property like you're looking to build on it and you don't know how to start, just consult with me and I would put you through. Here on ground already. This is what we're doing it already. I can show you the ones that we are handling already. And it's going super because over there you're there like living abroad and you have something to do here. The stress of not knowing how it's going. You've given them money, you don't know if they've gotten the right materials for you, the building materials for you. You end up with standard materials in your building projects, things like that. Is what so it's what we are looking to eradicate. So that is why we are here. So yeah, my content will be more of investment in Nigeria, Lagos in particular, about real estate and property management. And for those of you that need advice or things like that to like what you do when you get to England, abroad, if you're looking to travel out, you can also reach me, consult with me, and I'll be able to offer you my 2 cents on how to navigate the system over there. Yeah. Do we have any other question to ask? All right. Should we call it a night? Should we call it a night? Akintola, okay, you were the one that asked me about the security in Lagos. Yeah. Security in Lagos is still the same. You have to hold your side, like they say. Hold your side well, if you're going out. I can see that most of you here, you're all in the diaspora. I would say whatever you're doing, keep doing it. If it's working for you, keep doing it. And if you're having the longer throats to come to Nigeria, to live in Nigeria, you can still do that. But I would highly advise that you take some time off, visit, see how it is. But remember that visiting on for holiday is different to living here. So it's different. So you have to bear that in mind. Yeah. I don't know. Do you have any? I hope I've not missed anybody. Have I missed anybody? No. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining. I think I would stop now so I don't talk into the night. Some of you are working. I know. I know the system. Some of you are doing night shifts. Some of you are just coming back from work. Although if you're from the UK, we are 1 hour ahead of you guys now. The time changed last month, so it's not too late for you. But let me know if you still want us to carry on. Let me know in the comment section if you want us to carry on or if you've got any other question. If not, I'll be ending the live stream. I'll be ending it. Oh, good night today. Thank you so much, Sherry. Good night. Thank you for the information, Tonsi. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, Dave. Thank you for joining me, Tonsi, Sherry, Jessica, Info Africa, Dave, Kunle, Intola. Thank you all for joining me. Let's call it a night, but don't forget to email me if you have to, or leave in the comment section if you've got any other question to ask me. And we have a consultation service going on if you need to, depending on the conversation. If you need to go into more details about a particular thing, about a particular issue, yeah, just email me, then we'll go from there. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, a new video is already uploaded, scheduled for Sunday. So watch out for that video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really happy you were able to join me. And I hope I've been able to answer your question. Thank you. Good night. I don't want to just leave. I want you guys to log out before I leave. Or should I just go then? Should we just go? All right. I keep saying all right. It's like two teenage lovers on the phone. You cut the phone. No, you cut the phone. All right, yeah. See you next time. Bye bye.